Alright, my phone keeps messing up on me. But anyways, I got the ground covering on the garden, at least most of it. I ran out, but that's good enough. I'll work with that. I ran out of stakes or sod staples, so I ended up having to use bricks and firewood to hold down my ends so the wind won't blow it away. And this is how much I got left, which I'll probably just end up keeping that uncovered because I ain't buying no more of that stuff this year. That right there cost me a little over $100, so I'm done buying that for the year. So we got this strip, and we got, well, that right there, and this little opening right here. And that right there I wanted to keep open because I'm adding on to my asparagus bed. So, well, anyways, that's it right there. And like I said, the reason why I use ground covering is because the Tennessee weeds are just ferocious down here. If you like pulling weeds every other day, this is the place for you. I don't. So now we're going to plant the peaches and cream corn. Last year I had it over on this end of the garden. It did horrible. So this year I'm going to go with that corner of the garden, and I'll show you how I plant through the covering. Stay tuned. Okay, we got the corn over here, and you can walk on this stuff. It doesn't hurt anything, especially this heavy duty stuff. So basically what I do is I'll take my trusty knife and I'll figure out right about where I want to start my first row. And corn, you want to plant corn close together so it pollinates each other well. So I'm going to do 2 rows in this 1 row covering. Well, not all the way down, but as far as the plants will take me. So I'm going to start by putting an X or a slit. Put a slit in there. That's all you need is a slit, a little X, something like that. I'll put my other one fairly close, about a foot apart. This stuff's a lot more durable than that stuff I used last year. And here's my corn. I'll smush the bottoms up, break up the compactness inside the containers, so that way the tubes pulls out nice and easy, just like yay. Place them right where I want them. Yeah, I know there's several ears of or stalks of corn in one bundle, but that's all right. So one more right here. And now I'll take my trusty little hand shovel, reach in that hole, take out a scoop, plop that in there, and then rebury it. That simple. And there it is. It'll be weed free. There might be a couple weeds that come up in between there, but nothing that you just pull out. Take out a scoop, plop my pot in there, and bury it. Just like yay. Alright, I'm going to put my camera down because it's hard doing it one-handed, but I'll show you after I get a little ways down. Okay, I got 2 containers empty, and that's what my rows look like. Like I said, I got them about a foot apart, so they can, when they grow up, they'll be able to pollinate each other. pretty well. I got one more pack to plant. That ought to bring me down to about halfway down this row, which that's perfect. That's what I want. Okay. And there it is. Corn is planted. The garden is finally started. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 18 bunches of peaches and cream. That's the first in the garden. As I get by more, you know, I don't have time. I do a full-time job, so I don't have time to start all my stuff from seeds. You know, maybe when I retire I can do that, but right now I don't. So I just buy my plants already pre-started, and I'll buy them at I bought this corn at Tractor Supply, but there's like a farm stand kind of / Amish place not too far in the town called Dotson's, and they sell all starter vegetables, so I get a majority of my plants from there. And throughout the season, if I see something unique that I want, I'll pick it up. But I have started my plants from seed, and it just takes, right now I just don't have the time. I mean, I'm at work, you know, I do remodeling, and I'm just overwhelmed, and I only can do this stuff part-time during the week if I feel like it, when I get off work, or the weekends. That's my time. So, but as I add more to it, I'll give some updates, and throughout the growing season I'll also bring you in and give you some updates on how the garden's doing. But I'm telling you this, the weed control that I put down, oh, it's a lifesaver if you don't like pulling weeds. We've lived on this property going on 14 years, and I've had multiple gardens up until I discovered this stuff for using it for the gardens. It'd be a constant battle keeping the weeds under control. But that's it for now. I don't have nothing else to plant, so I'm gonna show you this right here. This little circle right here, these are our fig trees we got growing. They're coming back nicely, and surrounding the figs, that's all lemon balm mint. All mint. It's great in teas. And right here's another fig tree down in there. That right there is just a crepe myrtle, which I ain't gonna let it get big. It'll be small. We got a real big crepe myrtle alongside the back porch that flowers out beautiful in the fall. But as I keep adding on to the garden, I'll bring you in for some updates. And you know, I'm kind of turning my page, my YouTube channel, into doing stuff around the homestead. Like I said, only time I do stuff around here is mainly on the weekends, because during the week I'm full-blown working. Let's go collect some eggs while we're here, see if we got any, which I'm sure we do. This is our property back in here. It goes all the way back. We own just a little over 5 acres. It ain't much, but it's home to us. And we're on a dead-end street, so we get a lot of privacy, total privacy back here. That's what I love it. I love living back here. I'd never move. I'm originally up from Chicago, and I grew up in the suburbs of South Chicago all my life. And we moved down here to Tennessee about 14, 15 years ago, and I'd never move back. I love it down here. But anyways, let's see what's in the, if there's anything in here to collect. Yeah, we got a couple. 6. You can see the green egg. That's from the Easter eggers that we got. They lay the green eggs, even though the inside of the eggs are They look normal. It's just the shell of the egg is green. And then the brown eggs are from our Rhode Island Reds. This brown egg. This kind of whitish tan egg is from our, what we call a turkey hen, which it's not. I forget what kind of bird it is, but it's right there with the running around with the black ones. We call it a turkey chicken because we raised turkeys one year, and that chicken was raised with the turkeys. He thinks he's a turkey. So, and we used to let our chickens free roam all the time, even though we do have a pretty good sized yard for them. As you can see, it's actually bigger than most. So they are somewhat free ranging. They got a huge yard, but it's totally fenced in. We used to let them free range, but we got a coyote, or not a coyote. Well, we do got coyotes, but they're not the problems. It's the foxes. We got fox and we got bobcats. That just, they're a constant battle. They like chicken. And we've lost quite a few. The last summer I let them chickens roam free, and the foxes and the bobcat were getting so bold they'd come out broad daylight and get them right in front of us. So we were sitting on the deck. So I don't let them free range the yard anymore. Just the fact that we only got, see, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only got 7 chickens left. So, but them 7 chickens, they usually give us anywhere from 6 to 9 eggs a day. So right now for this season it's good. Next spring, I'll get some new chicks. This is our mallard duck. Like I said, we used to have 3 of them, and that's the sole survivor right there. We can't let him in with the chickens because well, he's a male duck and them are female chickens, and you know what happens. Believe it or not, that duck thinks he's a chicken. And he terrorizes our hens, so I got to keep them separated, or else I would just keep them in there. We don't have a rooster. We used to, but the bobcat got our rooster last, I want to say last fall. He didn't get it and eat it. But he damaged him so much to where he didn't survive his wounds. So we don't have a rooster no more. And that's pretty much it for now, I guess. That was kind of a messed up video with my camera shutting down on me 2 different times, but I'll see what I can do with it. My goal is I eventually want to get a GoPro, because I hate doing this on my phone. So I know a lot of people say the phone's just as good as a GoPro, but I realize that, but I just don't like doing my videos from my phone. And some other video, I'll take you on a tour. We got trails all through our woods. I'll take you on a walk through there and show you our homestead. Yeah, but that's gonna be it for now. Peace out. Have a great rest of the day. Smash that like button.